It was great fun. I've never done anything like that before in my entire life, as you can tell. Yeah, super enjoyable.
I just can't get my head around how you've done it. Hello, Shane.
Hello, Emma. How are you?
Very good, thank you, my love. Very good. So, we've got loads to talk about, and we're obviously going to be doing this on YouTube and on the radio show. So we've got kind of double whammy. Plus, there's people queuing up to speak to you as usual. He's a boy in demand. So let's crack on, shall we? I last saw you in August at Stone Dead, and you were on the show and on the channel, and we had a good catch up then.
Yep.
It was an amazing year last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. I wasn't expecting it personally. It just like the doors seemed to open and gigs were back on, and yeah, straight back into it. It was amazing.
Yeah, you did lots of big ones. Monster Truck tour as well towards the end of the year.
The boys are amazing from Monster Truck. Learned a lot on that tour.
We love Monster Truck, and it was a bonus that I got tickets for that, and then you came on as a support. I was like, get in there. Very happy with that. You also supported Thunder. You did your Chepstow Castle gig, the Tembe gig. That looked fun. And of course you got injured. That was bad. So
we're back. Yeah.
Is your broken back not broken?
It's not broken, although there is still a bit of, still a bit tight and stuff, but I'm more flexible than I've ever been. Like I'm doing yoga every day. I'm stretching. That's really good. But just every now and again, there's a niggle, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you break your back, isn't it? You're never going to, maybe never going to be the same. We talked about yoga last time I saw you, and you did say you could possibly get your leg around the back of your head. Is that the case? Have we reached that stage?
I have now reached that stage.
Do we get to see?
Hell no. Not on not on YouTube. What if I can't do it? I tell you what I've noticed with yoga though, right? And stretching, some days you can do it, your body allows you to do it, and another days you're like, oh, I better not try that today. So it's as yoga always teaches you go to where your body is on that day. So
right.
Yeah.
You also brought out your own Those Damn Crows coffee and hot sauces. These are things I have found out. I mean, I'm not really big on the sauces, but do you eat them every day? Do you use them?
The Man on Fire sauce is too much for me. And I'm just going to put that out there. It is way too hot. I like things spicy, but not too hot. So the ketchup is amazing. That's amazing on like breakfast and stuff. And then the other one, Send the Reaper sauce. Oh, that's my absolute favorite.
Do you think that Send the Reaper was going to be the hardest one? But Man on Fire obviously is a great name for the really hottest one. I like the idea of that. Well done. You get points for that. So you had an amazing 2022. 2023 is looking good too. You're back. The album is coming.
Yeah, it's crazy because, even though we were busy last year, there's been a consecutive sort of continuous lead up now to the album and stuff. And we're doing stuff every day, whether it be rehearsing, press, and getting things ready for the tour. It's so great to be doing that again, because the last time we did that was obviously before COVID. So we're acting like an active band again. So that's amazing to be doing.
Yeah, and it all seems to be going really, really well. You've been drip feeding us the songs. We've had the singles, of course, from Inhale, Exhale. You're now actually on your third single, Takedown. I'm gonna fly once again, throw my conscience away. So it has been a busy time anyway on the lead up, and now next Friday it's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
How does it feel?
Amazing. It's like we kind of, the milestones in leading up to a campaign and stuff. Takedown was the last song, and we thought, right, as soon as Takedown is out, then it's tour. And obviously that came out yesterday. So now it is all systems go. Thinking about the tour, we're practicing every day up to the tour, pre-production and everything. And we put a lot of effort, a lot of time into it. So just hope we can do it on the road.
I'm sure you'll be able to do it on the road. You always deliver, Shane. You and the boys. You and the boys. So I was lucky enough to hear the album before it became unleashed to the world. I think it's all right.
That's fair enough. Do you know what? I'll take
Shane, that. No, I'm lying. It's amazing. I sat there in my on my desk, as I am in my room of radios and wirelesses. And the first track comes on, Fill the Void, and I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, I was just smiling. I was just so happy. You haven't let me down. You were never going to let me down. The album's great. 10 tracks of absolute beauty. So I'm really excited to be talking to you about it and finding out what you've got to say about it all. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm
amazing. That's good to hear because, doing all these press interviews and stuff, they're asking me questions, but I want to know what they think of the album because it's the first time that people are hearing it for the first time. So, Joe Public haven't got the whole sort of package yet. And the people are doing these interviews have. So it's great to hear that. Yeah,
well, I'll quite happily talk to you more about it, of course, if you ask me what I think. But I think we've got a new blink of an eye. Which one is that? I'm saying which one I'm talking about. We'll find out. It's later.
Obviously This Time I'm Ready.
This time I'm ready. I mean, I do a good Shane.
It was uncanny, that was.
It was almost as if you were in the room.
Just grow your beard a bit more now and that's
I've shaved today. What are you saying, man? But yeah, we've got a new blink of an eye, which is amazing. While I was researching this interview, I was doing a lot of, going through your stream. Blimey neck, it took me ages. Sorry. But it's always nice to see, exactly what you've been up to and just to look at the videos again. And I cried on the last two videos. So see you again. And this time I'm ready. I'm balling. So not a great way to start, but are you pleased with the fact that you've made me cry? And I believe others have cried, of course.
Nothing makes me happier than making people cry in a good way. That just says, there's that connection. It's not just a song. We all went through that shit in that time through COVID. And so it's amazing to actually put a positive spin on something that we were all experienced. And it's just great to just sort of not forget it, but appreciate where we are and things going back to normal, I guess.
Things are coming back to normal. It's great to, the chance to go out and eat with our friends and go to gigs and not have to wear the damn masks anymore because nobody liked that.
Those damn masks. Yeah.
Those masks. You're funny. You're a funny guy, right?
Thanks.
You are a funny guy. So we are going to get into the delving and just, I'm going to throw a few questions out. Look at all these. I've got notes here. And we're going to hear the full album as we go on the radio show. We're going to hear every track. So Inhale, Exhale is the name of the album. Yes. Why is it called Inhale, Exhale?
There was a few reasons, actually, but I guess it's just where we were as a band in our personal lives and obviously the shitstorm with COVID and coming out of there and writing from a perspective where, me, I'm very observant. I'm quite sort of interactive and it's easy to write songs when you get the inspiration. You're talking to people, that communication, all that flowing. And it was the first time we were just stuck in four walls and just the concept of writing from that perspective, like, will gigs come back? Are we going to see the fans again? Will the CROWS be doing what we did before COVID? All that uncertainty. And it was about the mental state as well, the anxiety all that brought. And so again, it was just like concentrating on breathing. And I've told a story once. I went swimming and because I'm a keen swimmer and the mosaic tile floor in the swimming pool, I noticed that one of the tiles was dislodged. And I've never noticed it before. And obviously, you've got to breathe a certain way in the swimming pool to keep alive. And I come across this tile that was misplaced and it kind of changed my breathing completely. And I had to stop the length and get out and take a breath. And I never noticed that before. And then I just realized how that affects us all. You know what I mean? How the emotions or anything you notice when you breathe in, anything that affects you, your breathing changes and then everything changes emotionally. I just started thinking about that really. And then that kind of worked with, obviously with COVID and people were dying through COVID and with the lungs, they couldn't breathe. And it got a bit dark. And then things that happened with our families and whole life and death thing, it kind of all just amalgamated and snowballed into this. I suppose if you think you can't do anything, you could do something really small and that's control your breathing so you respond instead of reacting or overreacting perhaps, so all that kind of somehow got into the album name.
I like it.
It is very deep.
We are deep here.
So was the swimming pool, yeah.
Was it? Well, and hopefully they fixed that tile. Or
Yes,
the
they did.
mosaic bit. Oh, that's good. Did they have to? Anyway, let's not go into the swimming pool.
No.
And the artwork. The artwork is
Yes.
the two halves of the rib cage. That's kind of
Yeah.
all the same sort of vibe, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, visually, we were just thinking what could represent the album, and we kept coming back to the rib cage, the protector of all those vital organs, and just how beautiful and brutal life can be. Really, half of it being life and growth, and the other sort of decaying and dying. I don't really like to dwell on it, but it is just that pendulum of life, isn't it? It's always swinging into light and dark, good, bad, love and loss. Yeah, all of the above.
Well, I think it's a lovely name for an album, and I love the artwork as well. So fair play. Let's talk about the lovely Dan Weller, producer of the album, bit of a rock producer. How did you get together with Dan? Have you wanted to work with him for a while? Is he a nice guy? How was that whole process with Dan?
Amazing. Basically, our manager obviously looks after some other bands, and he was like, Dan's worked with so and so. I'm like, oh yeah. And next thing we knew, we had a meeting lined up. We went and had some food down the local pub, and we were talking about what we could do with the demos. He'd heard them all, and he was super hyped about it all. And yeah, it just kind of clicked. It kind of worked. And as you said, he is kind of like this little nutty genius. He sits at the desk, and the man doesn't sleep. It's incredible. He'll be there and kind of in a trance for like an hour and a half. And you're like, Dan, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm just working on this bit here. And he hasn't taken his eyes off the screen. And that happened quite regular. But he brought this, I don't know what it is, like this ambient sound to all the songs that kind of connected them all, regardless of whether being a hard track or soft track. There's this almost DNA through all the songs. It's the most fun I've had in the vocal booth. He had me singing in a microphone, but not like just singing, obviously, the words. He had me almost like an instrument, just singing along, and he put all these effects on my vocals, and it's on every track on the album. So that was really fun to do. He was just outside the box, really. He was the glue. So, nothing but love and respect for Dan.
It looks like you had a good time as well. And it certainly sounds like he's done a good job. Very well done, Mr. Weller. What is your favorite track on the album?
Oh, man. I guess the favorite one, the one that means the most is probably This Time I'm Ready, just because of what I've shared with the boys, or we've all shared, and we're all on the same page when it comes to hurt and loss and stuff. And that was really rewarding, like recording the video. And, we were sad when we recorded video, Shane was out playing guitar, and all us boys were waiting in the waiting room. And we'd all obviously had our funeral suits on to represent the video and stuff. And there we were just talking about our parents, how they died and how they missed that. And it was just this wonderful thing. So that will always hold something dear to me, because it's my boys opening up about loss. My favorite song is Waiting For Me on the album, just because it's a little different, it's a little dark, and I like that. I like trying new stuff. So possibly Waiting For Me.
I listened to the album, and Waiting For Me, I was like, hold on a minute. Is this Shane or is this Corey Taylor?
I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, there is that sort of dark, sort of Slipknot vibe going on, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm a big lover of Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails and stuff, and that industrial sound, and not making things sound so pretty. You know what I mean? And it was nice to just get in there and put that effect on the microphone and be kind of gravelly, and I love all that. So it was just another string to the crow bow, I guess. Nice rhyme there. Just trying stuff, and it kind of worked. And when we were cutting down the album song wise, it was difficult then to get rid of Waiting For Me, just because it was different to everything else. So it stayed, and I'm glad it did.
I'm glad it did. It's a great end to the album, which is a great album all the way through, of course. But it's a good kicking off with Fill the Void and finishing on Waiting For Me. Can we just quickly go back to This Time I'm Ready, the video, and you're in the water, whether you walk into the sea, and then you're singing underwater. Can you just give us a little bit of insight into how that all happened?
Oh, I'll tell you right now, not to sing underwater. It's not advisable. We went down a local beach. It was absolutely freezing that day. Wrecked my suit, gone. Shoes gone. And then we had to drive to Nottingham because they got a water tank there, and it was the only one. Well, it was the closest one to us. And then had to do all this sort of singing underwater in Nottingham. It was an incredible experience. I was in the tank for about 2-3 hours. It was like a prune when I came out in more ways than one. Let's not go there. But it was actually warmer than the sea. It was heated water, so it wasn't that bad. But it was great fun. I've never done anything like that before in my entire life, as you can tell. Yeah, super enjoyable.
I just can't get my head around how you've done it. You open your mouth, you're going to get a mouthful of water. How can you sing?
It's funny. One of my family members said that. It's like, oh, that was CGI, was it? I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I was. I was under the water, like miming it. They had a loudspeaker and I could just about hear it underwater. And then I just mimed, but obviously giving it some. And
You were.
but
That's the angry bit of the song as well. You know, you're in there, you're giving it some towards the end of the song, and it's like, whoa.
yeah,
You're quite emotional, doesn't it? And at the end, I'm like, come on, wake up. Can you like swim to the surface? I don't know what's happened to him.
yeah.
Is he all
No,
right?
but I love that. Just representing, that we all feel like sometimes like we're drowning, but it's easy to just fade away, but just tread water and get out of that situation is the message, really. It will pass, whatever it is, good or bad. So that's kind of like the sentiment behind the song and stuff. So I'm glad we did it. It was one of those touch and go things. Shall we do it? And I was like, yeah, let's just do it. But yeah, wrecked my suit. £180 down the drain, gone.
Nothing worse, is there? Shoes as well. I mean, they would have been more than a tenner. Definitely.
They turned into cardboard, proper leather, gone.
Oh, you could have thought that through. You could have just worn crappy clothes.
Yeah, I should have invoiced the band as well, to be honest. But
yeah, should have been some sort of invoicing going on for that. But yeah, I'm really pleased you told me about that because I was intrigued. I didn't know what was going on there, but top notch, well done. So you've announced that you're going to be supporting the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes,
later
incredible.
on this year. That is great. People are excited about that. You're looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Legends. And it kind of, I don't, there's nothing but respect here, but the fact that they've been going for so long, the longevity, that's always like a concern for bands. How long is this going to last and stuff? And the Goo Goo Dolls keep turning out these amazing albums, and the latest one is brilliant. So it's just great to be on stage sharing with legends. That's what it's all about.
Is anyone else on the hit list who you'd like to support on tour next? The wish list?
Absolutely. I mean, off the bridge for me, anything to do with Miles Kennedy, I'll be there. Foo Fighters, obviously. Big fans of the Foo Fighters, all the band are. Yeah, just the huge guys, I guess. I mean, Aerosmith, are they going to do anything anymore? I'm not sure.
Maybe if you asked, they would come back out on the road just so as you can support them.
And I'd love that.
Let's get Tyler on now. Come on.
Yeah, get him on.
I'll just send him a little note.
Yeah, little duet on the piano. That'd be amazing.
Oh, the joys. Collaborations. Maybe we should talk about that. Would you record? I mean, forget about going on tour with them. Would you like to record a little duet or something? Have you ever written a duet with, Dave Grohl in front of you, in your mind's eye? Dave.
No, I've written a duet for someone else, a female singer. But I'd love to do that. I'd love to collab with anybody. Lizzie Hale, for example, I think that would really work. Huge fan of her voice. Why not? More the merrier.
Bring them in. I mean, I have been known to, sing every now and again. So
really,
I sang in front of the Manic Street Preachers once. It was one of the worst moments of my life.
James Dean Bradfield, yeah.
He said I didn't have a vibrator or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
Vibrator, all right. I bumped into James Dean Bradfield once down. It was at a kids. I can't remember where it was. It was like an amusement park. I was like, "Hey, James, any chance for a photo?" He's like, looking around. Come on in, quick. And we had a quick selfie, and then that was it. But he just didn't want the stress of it all. But yeah, I got that photo on my phone. Love James Dean Bradfield. Amazing singer. His range is incredible, and guitaring as well is just top draw. Yeah,
I love the Manics. They're very nice. They put up with me singing in front of them. So
well, it's that invisible mic, isn't it? That's why.
It's not invisible. Look, I can make it visible if I wish. Let's talk about the new single, Takedown.
Think you're taking me down? Well, your heart's not in it. 'Cause your eyes don't lie. The fear inside. Bullshit every goddamn minute.
Okay.
Please do.
Brand new song. I'm very competitive, so it's about those people that almost try and bring you down. yeah, your worth and stuff. And it's like, okay, watch me. You go into that competitive mode. I'm a bit better now. I'm kind of relaxed a bit more now. But I used to be like, that's like a red rag to a bull when someone would, I'm terrible like that. Especially if someone says I can't do something. Oh, watch me. I'm game. Yeah, I'm a bit better now. Bit more chilled now, I should say.
I love it. It's a brilliant new single. I'm looking forward to hearing that. We are pretty much out of time. So let's just sort of wrap up this for the YouTube channel. Hello.
Sure.
By saying good luck for the album release, Inhale, Exhale, Feb 17th. The in-stores and all the daytime things that you're doing around the tour, the actual tour. I'll see you in London on the 24th. Can't
Yes.
wait. Goo Goo Dolls, good luck for that. Just everything. The album is amazing. I didn't get a chance to tell you all my, thoughts on it, but I love it and I love you guys. And thank you, Shane, for coming on my little YouTube channel and my little radio show. And good luck with everything. I'm really very proud.
Thank you so much, Emma.
proud.
You've supported us from word go, so really appreciate it. Thanks for your time, lovely.
I have, and just to prove it,
Look at that.
Plectrum, unopened.
Wow.
Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. And
Thanks, Emma.
lots of love. And I'll see you in
too.
London.
Okay,
Take care.
lovely.
Bye,
See you.
darling.
Bye.
Wake up.